Hey, it's Luxury Fred, and this incredible machine is the 2020 Kawasaki Ninja 1000 SX. I've been riding this amazing motorcycle all over Southern California for the past month. I've taken it to the mountains, I've taken it on the freeway, I've taken it on surface streets, I've taken it to the store, all kinds of stuff. I'm going to tell you guys what it's like to ride this very usable Superbike. I'm also going to give you a tour of the bike and tell you all about its amazing features. Talk a little bit about the bike first. This is the Ninja 1000 SX, also known as the Ninja 1000 ABS, because this model has ABS. And there's a couple different models of the Ninja that you can buy. This is kind of the most usable model, the most model that you can use for daily driving and things like that. As you can see, it's equipped in this case with the optional saddlebags, the hard shell bags, and you can easily take someone with you on a road trip or something like that. You can fit full-size helmets in each of the saddlebags, so it's a very usable super bike. Now, if you want something more hardcore, you can get the Ninja ZX-10R, which is basically the same engine, but a little bit more extreme than this one is. This bike is $12,399 is the base price. The ZX-10R is $15,399. Then, of course, the top of the line model that's basically based on the same frame and engine is the H2 SX, which has a supercharged engine, and that's $25,000. So this is a good time to just ask you to please subscribe to my channel. I'm an automotive and travel writer who documents all my experiences with cars, motorcycles, and travel here on my YouTube channel. You can see that it has dual LED headlamps. They are extremely bright at night. The styling, again, is very hardcore. It's designed to look like a Ninja. It's designed to look like that ZX-10R, you know, the serious race version of the Ninja, so you have the same design and things like that. Moving around the outside, again, you have your quick shift transmission, and then you do have nice grips for your rear passenger, and you do have the seat for the rear passenger and the foot pegs, of course. You have these hard shell bags. Again, this is a $900 option. These are removable, they are lockable, and then they open up, and you can fit a full-size helmet inside each one of those. So again, this is a very usable bike that's designed for two people to go riding, and so you can easily take a friend with you. Kawasaki's now going with a one single exhaust to save weight, I believe. Okay, so here you have the digital display. It's very visible and it's very easy to see when you're riding. You can see you have your RPMs here, your gear, your speedometer, odometer, mileage, temperature. You can change all of those settings. If I give you a tour of the controls and things like that, something very cool that this has, it has adjustable levers. So you can adjust this based on how much grip that you want, or how far out that you want the, the clutch lever here. You do have a power port. I'm pretty sure that's a power port, but I'll double check. And then you also have your brake lever is adjustable as well. Your start, stop, and kill switch is over here. And then over here you have your mode select, which, as you can see, changes your, it shows your setting. You can see it shows your max lean. So I've gone 24 to the left and 25 degrees to the right. Click through the different settings, odometer, things like that. And then the bike does have its drive-by-wire with electronic throttle, and then you do have a electronic cruise control, which is very easy to use. You just turn it on here, set, resume, and then you can raise or lower the speed by 1 mile per hour, which is easy to see on the digital speedometer. If you look down here, this is the button that you push to change the windshield angle, not when you're riding, when you're stationary. And again, you have your warning lights and your other stuff there. So something I wanted to talk about is the size of this bike. Now, I am a short rider. I'm about 5'5", maybe 5'6", somewhere in that area. This bike, the seat height is 32.1 inches, and the weight is about 519 pounds. So it's a tall bike, and it's a heavy bike. So as you can see, again, I'm 5'5", 5'6", somewhere in that area. For me, it's really at the maximum of my capability in terms of being able to ride it. So when I ride this and I'm at a stoplight, I kind of have to balance back and forth on my tippy toes, like that. So, you know, for me it's okay, but I can't ride a passenger on it. It's just too tall for me. And you can adjust a lot on this bike, but you can't adjust that seat height. So the other thing I wanted to show you is the different riding positions and how, you know, you can kind of do everything with this. As I was saying, it's a sport touring bike. So if you want to get down, you know, and be crazy, you can get down and be crazy like this. And it's very comfortable. Well, kind of comfortable. And then if you're going on a long cruise, you can easily switch to a more upright riding position. You know, this is like a sport touring bike or something like that. This bike has what's called KCMF, which is Kawasaki Cornering Management Function. And that works with the traction control and the intelligent ABS system, as well as something called the IMU Enhanced Chassis Orientation Awareness. Basically, that means there's a computer in here that knows whether the bike is going straight, whether the bike is turning, and the lean angle. And it uses all that to maximize your traction. The bike has traction control, and all of this can be dialed in to your exact riding style and the way you want it. You can have a lot of involvement in the traction control, or you can have barely any involvement, more of a race bike-like setup. Same thing with the ABS. All of that stuff adjusts as you ride to give you the most traction and to allow you to go into those corners as fast as possible. The other key thing that this bike has is power modes. Basically it has two power modes. It's got a full power mode that gives you access to all the horsepower, and then you can tune it down so you're only getting 70% of the horsepower and milder throttle response. So if that 1000 cc's is too much for you, you can dial it back and the bike calms down a lot. Another cool feature that I really like is it has something called a quick shift clutch, which allows you to upshift and downshift without touching the clutch. It electronically pauses the engine, and the interesting thing is you don't let off the throttle. So it's kind of counterintuitive because you're so used to letting off the throttle to shift. In this, you stay on that throttle and you just kick it up and down as you're riding, and it is incredibly fast because it doesn't have to slow down, because you don't remove the power from the powertrain except for a microsecond while it switches the gears. So that's an amazing feature. I've never had a bike like that, and it's been really cool to ride with that because it does make it a lot faster. And then, of course, that 1000 cc engine just has endless power at every part of the power band. At the low end off the line, at the high end when you're into triple digit speeds, there's always more power. It's really, really incredible. The handling is very good. It really lends itself to every situation. So whether you're just cruising, it's comfortable to handle, or if you're getting serious and carving a canyon, it does that really well as well. This is a truly amazing, fun piece of motorcycle technology. At its core, it's a race bike. At its core, it's a Kawasaki Ninja 1000 with the chassis and the race-proven engine and all that technology I was talking about, traction control and drive modes and, you know, systems that tell how much you're leaning and all that kind of stuff. But it's a usable superbike, and that's what this is geared for. This is a superbike that you can ride on a track, but then you can put on the saddlebags and you can take someone for a very comfortable weekend getaway. You can do all those things. You can ride it race style, you can ride it sitting up, you can cruise and enjoy yourself, or you can get really crazy with it. It does all of those things really, really well. So then you add to that Kawasaki's amazing build quality and reliability and attention to detail, and you know this is a motorcycle you're never going to have any problems with. And you get all that in a bike that's under $13,000, so you can't beat that. So I think that concludes my review. Again, this is the 2020 Kawasaki Ninja 1000 SX. Thank you very much for watching the video. Please take a moment, subscribe to my channel.